Welcome to the world of football, where passion runs deep, chants echo for miles, and you can't bring a bottle cap, wear the wrong shirt, or carry a handbag. That's right. These are the top 20 most ridiculous stadium rules in the UK. A journey into the bizarre bans and baffling restrictions that'll leave you scratching your head. Let's dive into the madness, starting with number 20, Vitality Stadium. Home to AFC Bournemouth, the Vitality is one of the smallest stadiums in the Premier League era, cozy, loud, and nestled in a residential area. But here's the weird part. The bag policy is absurdly strict. Forget large backpacks. Even medium-sized handbags and crossbody bags have been turned away at the gate. No lockers. No exceptions. You either take it back or miss the match. 19. The Den Millwall. Welcome to the Den, home of Millwall, one of the most fiercely territorial clubs in English football. And if you're not wearing Millwall colors, don't wear anything at all. Seriously, the stadium has a blanket ban on opposition gear, shirts, scarves, even hats. Show up in a rival top, and you'll be refused entry or relocated. The club claims it prevents crowd trouble. 18. Etihad Stadium, Manchester City. The Etihad is sleek, modern, and home to one of the most dominant sides in Europe. But want to bring a tablet? Not a chance. Security bans iPads, Kindles, and large tablets outright, calling them viewing obstructions and recording risks. Because apparently, a 10-inch screen is more threatening than Holland in the box. It's not just for safety, it's about broadcasting rights, too. 17. Emirates Stadium. Arsenal's Emirates Stadium is futuristic and massive, but don't expect it to be fan-friendly. Rule number 1. No water bottles over 500 milliliters. Rule number 2. Caps will be confiscated. You can bring a bottle, sure, but once it's open, it stays open. The club says it's a safety measure, stopping people from throwing full bottles. But it's also been slammed as a way to push fans toward £3.50 drinks inside. 16. Old Trafford, Manchester United. The theater of dreams? More like the theater of don'ts. Old Trafford banned selfie sticks back in 2015, calling them a public nuisance and safety risk. And while many grounds have followed suit, United's rule remains brutally enforced. No warning, no mercy. Ironically, in a stadium full of tourists, this ban hits the selfie generation hard. 15. Stamford. Chelsea's home is historic and packed with atmosphere, unless you're trying to wave a flag. Stamford Bridge has a strict flag policy. Anything over 2m x 1m must be pre-approved in writing, and even then, it might still be rejected for being political, provocative, or just too big. In 2020, a banner showing support for NHS workers was briefly removed before backlash forced the club to backtrack. 14. Hillsborough, Sheffield Wednesday. The Hillsborough tragedy of 1989 changed football forever. Safety comes first, and understandably so. But one odd rule that's remained is a total ban on drums. While other clubs have drumming sections or allow certain percussion with approval, Wednesday says no, full stop. Fans have tried sneaking in snare drums and even mini bongos, but stewards are quick to remove them. 13. Bramall Lane, Sheffield United. Bramall Lane is legendary. It's hosted cricket, football, and even rugby. But when it comes to the matchday experience, there's one strict rule. No away colors in the home bars. It doesn't matter if you're just grabbing a pint. If you're wearing an away shirt in a hospitality lounge, or even certain concourses, you'll be asked to cover it or leave. 12. Ibrox. Rangers Ibrox is an intense place, steeped in tradition, rivalry, and history. But one rule stands out. No political banners, unless the club says it's okay. In a city where football and politics are deeply linked, this rule is controversial. Even banners showing support for poppy appeals or social causes have faced bans unless cleared by club officials. Critics say it's censorship. 11. Celtic Park. This is one of the most passionate stadiums in Europe. It has a designated safe standing section, but elsewhere in the ground, standing is strictly prohibited. Even during goal celebrations, security will usher fans back into their seats. You could be warned, or worse, thrown out, for repeated standing. In 2021, several fans were ejected during a Europa League night, just for staying on their feet too long. 10. Anfield, Liverpool. Anfield, home of passion, home of You'll Never Walk Alone, and home of the great bottle cap ban. Yes, if you're carrying a bottle into Anfield, water, cola, anything, you have to surrender the cap at the gate. Why? Safety, apparently. Officials say bottle caps can be used as weapons or projectiles. But if the bottle is still full, isn't that more dangerous? 9. St. Mary's Stadium. Southampton's sleek, all-seater home since 2001 replaced the Dell and brought Saints fans into the modern era, but not too modern. At St. Mary's, artificial noisemakers are banned. No clappers, no cowbells, no drums, no brass bands like you hear at Sheffield Wednesday. It's hands and voices only. Why? Club officials say they want an organic atmosphere. 8. Pride Park, Derby County. Imagine your team's 1-0 down at halftime. You need fresh air or a smoke. So you step outside, but now you can't go back in. Welcome to Pride Park. 1 entry per ticket. No re-entry. No exceptions. This rule has caused grief for years, especially during longer matches or for parents with kids who just need a quick break. 7. The Valley, Charlton Athletic. You wouldn't think chewing gum would be controversial, but at the Valley, it's not allowed in some parts, especially the executive lounges and family areas. No gum on seats, no gum on walls, and definitely no gum stuck under your seat. Stewards have been known to politely, or not so politely, ask fans to bin their Wrigleys before entering. 6. Craven Cottage, Fulham. Craven Cottage might be the most charming ground in the Premier League, but with charm come quirks. In the historic Johnny Haynes stand, with its 1905-built wooden floors, standing is strictly forbidden. The timber can't handle it. It's old, fragile, and full of creaks. It's not just a please sit request, it's enforced. You'll get warnings, or even be ejected, if you insist on standing for corners or goals. 5. Kenilworth Road, Luton Town. Kenilworth Road is unique. Nowhere else in the Premier League, or world, do away fans enter through someone's back garden. Yes, you walk past terraced houses, then through a tiny alley, with garden fences and laundry lines just feet away. It's not a restriction in the typical sense, but it's bizarre. Clubs often warn away fans. Arrive early and respect the locals. 4. Broadwood Stadium, Cumbernauld Colts. Football and swearing. A classic combo, right? Not at Broadwood. Signs everywhere scream "No swearing." In stands, in toilets, even in the car park. It's enforced too, especially in family zones. Stewards will warn you if you get carried away. Home to Cumbernauld Colts and used by Clyde FC for years, Broadwood is part of a wider community sports hub. 3. Ricoh Arena, Coventry. Want a pie? A pint? Better have your card ready. The Ricoh Arena, also known as the Coventry Building Society Arena, has gone fully cashless. No coins, no notes, no exceptions. Even before COVID accelerated contactless policies, Coventry was an early adopter. For older fans, or those without cards, this created real problems. Opened in 2005, the Ricoh's a multifunctional venue. It's hosted concerts, rugby, Wasps RFC used to play here, and even darts. 2. Cardiff City Stadium. There was a time when inflatable bananas, giant beach balls, and pool toys were part of football fun. Cardiff City has killed that vibe. Their rulebook explicitly bans inflatables. All of them, even the fun ones from family zones. The club says it's about fans' safety and visibility. But try explaining that to a 7-year-old with a deflated flamingo. 1 Meadow Lane, Notts County. We finish with a strange one. At Meadow Lane, home of the world's oldest professional football club, Notts County, you can't take photos in the VIP lounges. Not even selfies. Not even food snaps. It's to preserve the exclusivity of the space, apparently. Some say it's for privacy. Others say it's just outdated. Meadow Lane has stood proudly since 1910. And there you have it, 20 of the UK's most ridiculous stadium rules. From bottle caps to no balloons, British football is full of surprises, and not always the fun kind. Got a favorite? Or a crazier rule we missed? Drop it in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more.